Hi everyone, we'll present to you APE, the Automated Pipeline Explorer. APE is a Java library and a command line tool for automated workflow composition. A computational pipeline or workflow is an executable sequence of operations, and workflows are quite often used in computational sciences. So the goal of APE is to automate creation of such workflows. To give an example, let's imagine that we have a big set of tools that perform different image manipulation operations. And we have a picture of flowers that we want to change the color of. But we don't know exactly which tools to use to do that. So we have the image and we know the two colors, original and the new flower color. So those will be the initial inputs to the workflow. We also know that we want an image as an output from the workflow, and we know that we need to create a color filter when swapping two colors. So now the question is, how exactly do we get from the input to the desired output? And that's where APE comes in. APE will look at the tools and pick and combine those that together solve the given problem. In order to do that, APE relies on well-defined domain knowledge and workflow specification. APE will encode these as Boolean formula and use a SAT solver to search for the best solutions. But what exactly is a domain knowledge? So essentially, all the information about the available operations and how to use them is considered domain knowledge. A domain knowledge has to be provided to APE in a specific format, which has three components. The first component is a taxonomy of operations, where the operations are semantically classified by introducing new abstract concepts that generalize over the existing ones. So the taxonomy is expected in OWL format, which is a standardized ontology format. The second component is a functional description of the operations. Each of the operations is annotated using the data types that it takes as input and those that it generates as output. These annotations are crucial as they enable to change the tools based on the data that they interact with. The third component is a taxonomy of data types. The types are semantically classified, similar to the operations that they annotate, where new abstract types generalize over the existing ones. As previously mentioned, domain knowledge is one of the two inputs that APE needs to work. Ideally, it is provided by a small group of domain experts. The second input to APE is the user-provided workflow specification. The specification comprises of workflow inputs, workflow outputs, and additional constraints that are used to guide the workflow composition, such as expecting to create filters to filter out a color. The next step is then to let APE explore the exact steps needed to transform the given input into the desired output, which is later provided to the user. Apart from the graph object provided by APE API, APE provides a shell script as an executable version of the workflow for the end user. Script takes the workflow inputs as arguments and generates the desired output on execution. The primary idea behind APE is to be a standalone library. APE can be used as a command line tool or an API. The command line version allows for simple interaction with the framework, while API allows the library to be used as a reasoning engine behind bigger projects. The best example of APE API usage would be to create a plugin for an already existing workflow management system and incorporate the automated composition as a feature. Similarly, exporting the resulting workflow to commonly used workflow languages such as CWL is an important use case. We are working that in a new collaboration with the CWL team. During the past years, this approach has been used to solve many problems computational scientists encounter in practice. Our work was focused mostly on geo and life sciences, specifically solving geovisualization problems and finding workflows for proteomic analysis. In addition, we are currently developing a web-based graphical interface for automated workflow composition in life sciences. Thank you.